This week we'll be going over all of the achievements in Nephise Begins. This is a very indie game, which is mostly just a chill story game with not a lot of story going on. It's an easy 100% though, so it does have that going for it. The average completion time for it is about an hour and 45 minutes, but for me, it only took 34. And now, let's go ahead and get into it. So starting out, we have 5 achievements in total, with 1 being a small collectible achievement. The introduction to the game is that Nephise is gathering mushrooms in the Needle Valley. That also introduces the achievement 10 out of 10 for collecting all 10 of the red mushrooms. These are going to be spread out all over the place across the map, so we'll start going through these and cover the other achievements as we go through the game. The mushrooms will be glowing bright red, so they'll be pretty easy to spot as long as you can get a line of sight on them. The first mushroom is going to be directly to your right once you spawn in. Then the second one is straight ahead from the spawn up on the little ledge. Then keep heading straight out from spawn towards the house in the middle of the woods. You'll find the third mushroom directly behind the house. We can also go ahead and get 360 for rotating the mini statue 4 times. If you go inside the house, you'll find the mini statue sitting on a barrel. You can just activate it 4 times to get the achievement because, for some reason, Nephise enjoys rotating statues.
Nephise enjoyed rotating the statue, but didn't want to lose any time, so went back out.
Then if you head back out and up the hill directly behind the house, you can grab the 4th mushroom. As you go up there, you'll find this rotting tree stump, and right on the other side of it, near the cliffs, you'll find this one. Then directly to the left of it, along the cliff wall, you can pick up the first of the animal skulls that you need to finish the game. You'll find out why later on. At this point, we're close to the spot we need to go to for the achievement N for finding the hidden N. If you walk along the cliff with the wall on your right side, you'll be able to climb up to the next level eventually. Up here, you can go into this little rocky area to find the floating letter N where you can grab that achievement. Then from the front of the house and to the left, you'll find the tower. Inside of the tower, you can grab the second of the animal skulls. Then if you stand directly in front of the tower and look off to the right, you'll be able to see the 5th mushroom to go pick up. Now we can go up the hills behind the tower. So if you're looking at the tower and go to the right and up the hill as far back as you can, then further up the right and you'll eventually see this tree stump up here. Directly back behind it, you'll find the 6th mushroom. Then you can turn right around and face the stump. Behind it and to the right, you'll see the 3rd animal skull to go pick up. Then you can start going back down and towards the tower, and you'll be able to see the 7th mushroom in the distance. Then once we have that one, we can go back to the house, and on the left side of the house, if you start going straight, right before this ledge, you'll find the 8th mushroom. Then if you keep going this direction, you'll eventually come to a giant fox. This is the thing that we've been gathering these skulls for. If you come up to the front of the fox, between it and the tower, you'll be able to find the 9th mushroom. Going back over to the hills behind the house, you can find the last mushroom directly behind the house on the first section of hill. At this point, you'll be able to get the 10 out of 10 achievement. Now for the last animal skull, you can get it by going back up to the hidden N area on this side. Then turn around and go all the way back between these 2 trees. Once you're on this little ledge, you can jump over to the left and pick up this last animal skull. At this point, you can go back over to the fox and use these animal skulls at the jars. So for the left jar, you're going to rotate it to have the skull with the big antlers facing the N off to the left. Then for the right jar, you'll want to have the skull with the large neck bone sticking out facing the jar with the other skulls. Once you have both of these done, the fox is going to leave by flying. Then after that, we can go ahead and go into the cave that it was blocking. As you go further into the cave, you'll eventually come up to a sort of cathedral. Here you can get Harpy Down for killing the harpy. Just straight up walk through it and it'll die. You're just that powerful. Then that will activate the stairs and an orb will be floating around the altar. To get "and so it begins" for completing the game, you'll need to grab that orb and wait for the end of the credits. At that point, you'll get the last achievement. And with that, we now have 100% of the achievements in Nephise Begins. And of course, we have YouTube memberships now, so if you want to support the channel further, get access to custom emotes to use in the comments, and have your name featured in a credit section at the end of the videos, go ahead and join that now. And as always, if you liked the video or found it helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below with what games you'd like me to cover next.